Okay, so this weekend's project, we are building a tack shed. Um, Started most of it in the dark, so you don't get to see the start of it. We broke down some shipping crates, all salvaged material at this point. So I've got an 8x8 platform on skids, 12-inch spacing, 2x4 floor joists. That's what was in the crates. And then over there, all that stack of material is material from the crates. They were 8x12 by a foot thick crates. They were big sign crates. So we decided we're going to build a tack shed, get the horse in the garage so that we have more space in the garage. Set it up so you can. So I'm building the first wall. It's going to be like 7.5 feet tall. I'm just using the lengths of material that came out of the crate to determine my heights. I don't want to buy material to build this. So one's going to be like 7.5 tall, or 7'8" tall, and the other one's going to be 6 foot tall. It'll just be a single slope roof, but I'm reusing the screws that the crates were screwed together with. I'm reusing the sheeting, I'm reusing the 2x. I'll have to buy some roofing and a door, but it'll be pretty much reclaimed material. So that's got the frame all screwed together. We'll have to sort through the sheeting and see what pieces fit the best. Then we'll sheet it, and then we'll build the short wall. I built the floor, build the tall wall, then I'll build the short wall, and then I'm going to pick the whole thing up with the tractor and set it where it's going, and then we'll sand it all up. So I'm just building it here because this is where I broke the crates down. Okay, so I've got Shelby screwing the sheeting off on the tall wall. I'm going to trim the one edge because the sheeting's longer than the framing. But that's what we're doing, where we're at.
Wouldn't you want to leave the sheeting long so when you stand the wall up it sheds water down off the flake?
I could. I hadn't thought about that, but I could.
Just a thought.
Sure, why not? I don't have to trim it. Cool. Shelby gets to screw a bunch of wall off. Okay, while Shelby's been working on screwing down the sheeting, I got my layout all done on the top plate and bottom plate of the short wall. So once she's done, I can lay it down, throw the studs in, screw it up, and she can screw another bunch of sheeting down.
Are you out of tilt?
I've got plenty of tilt. It's just making it up.
I was gonna say you should maybe undo that wall and let it rack.
Let it do its thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look, it racked straight.
Short breath, sit back, and let the weight become us. There's a light up ahead. Time lost, but time left. Doesn't need to make sense. There's a line. Short life, big stage, moving on to make space. There's that light again. Big talk, small breaks. Said I do what it takes. Still on my mind. Says good things coming, calling, and falling into place. Just a whisper, but she knows my name. Calling, come back.
This is the light we get to work in. Look at that sunset. Okay, so we got the floor sheeted and 3 walls built and sheeted. The weather is kind of turning, it might storm tonight, but it's getting dark. We're going to call it for the day. If the weather's good tomorrow, we'll work on the roof. If not, I'll work on it the next time I have time. That's it for today. Right, so it's the next day. Been working on cutting the rafters for the roof. We figured out how we're going to sheet it, and we're going to frame the roof on the ground and then set the frame up and then sheet it on the roof on top of the shed. So when we call the shed Scrappy, it's because we're building it out of all the screws and material from the shipping crates. The only lumber I've had to purchase was all the 10-foot stuff to build the roof, and it's all from a bunch of lumber I bought at an auction a couple of months ago. So, I guess I'll work that into the cost. But I paid $70 for a whole bundle of lumber, and I've used 7 20-foot 2x4s. So, but all of these screws, this is what we're using for sheeting, is these little short ones, and that is what I'm using to screw them together. We will end up using new nails for the roof, and we have a new roll of underlayment over there, but they're leftover from when we redid our roof last year. So, still salvaged? I guess still salvaged? I didn't pay for it this round, so my goal is to be able to put it all together without having to buy material. I'm gonna have to buy a door. But if I can be, a couple $100 into a shed, I think that's great. So this crate right here is the last of the shipping crates from the signage that I was able to get a hold of. At my day job, we put new signs on the building, and they all came in crates. This crate had a bunch of letters, and then there was 3 big oval signs that are 10 foot by 5 by 10 ovals. So they came in, or 6 by 10 ovals. They came in 6 by 12 crates, 8 by 12 crates. So that's where all the sheeting came from, and most of the 2x. This has provided a lot of the little pieces. And then this stack of lumber right here, all of it was $70. There's still some 20-foot 2x4s. There's some 16-foot 2x8s. 2x8s. There's a pile of 14-foot 2x8s. A bunch of 14-foot 2x6s. Inside there's a bunch of 9-foot 2x6s. Let's do this. Okay, so I got the roof framed. I'm sure this isn't the right way to do this, but it's how I did it. So I framed the roof. The spacing looks a little weird because the outside 2, there's one on the edge and one at 12 inches in, and then it's 16-inch spacing until the last 2, which is 12-inch again. And that's just so there's one right on the edge of the shed. 8-foot shed, 10-foot roof. There's a foot overhang in all directions. But we are going to try and lift it up over the shed.
probably. Yeah.
We're not going for specific measurement here. We're just trying to make it look centered.
Go like 2 or 3 inches. See, that's pretty close.
Let's go further. $11.5 there. Yeah, it's pretty close. I think we could probably call that good.
Heck yeah.
I need to shift it this way a little bit. Okay, so I got all the blocking done between the rafters. The rafters are nailed in, high side and low side. Now I get to figure out how to get sheeting on the roof. Shelby went inside, so I'm not hurting myself. So I'll throw the sheeting on the roof and then climb up there and start sheeting. So I got the roof all sheeted. It just got dark enough that I can't see what I'm doing as I'm finishing. So I won't be roofing it tonight. I may set up lights and roof it after dark one of these days this week. Otherwise, it'll be another weekend. That's all for today. Alright, so it's been a few days. It's actually been a few weeks since I filmed last. But I got a door, got it all framed in and hung. So now I need to finish. Now I need to finish sheeting the front wall, and then I still need to roof the shed. So hopefully the weather calms down a little bit today and I can do the roofing. But I'm gonna try and get the front wall sheeted. Okay? I got the last panel, well, I got that panel cut for the front wall. We got a gap right there. Try and set you up somewhere where the wind won't be too bad. Alright, so I got that piece put up. Now I've just got the piece over the door to do. And then the sheeting is done. I may wrap this end with some at some point, but it's closed in. So for now, considering it's after Christmas and we finally got ice, I don't know that it's snow, but everything's covered in like a 1/4 inch of ice. So I think I'm going to get the top closed in right there, and then I'm going to throw a heater inside. I think I'm going to throw a heater inside and try and melt the ice off the roof. And from there I will sheet the roof. But currently it's covered in ice and I'm not feeling it. So should be a decent little tack shed. It's 8x8, so inside is going to be, 7.5, 7.25, something like that. 7.5. But 8x8 outside. So I will set you up out there somewhere so you can watch me measure and stick that last piece up. And then I'll set up a heater in here and go from there. Right, so I got it sheeted in above the door. Now I've got to wait. I'm going to throw a heater inside, see if I can get some heat in it to melt the ice off the roof. The sun just came out, so that'll help too. But I've got to get it thawed so I can get on the roof, and then I'll do underlayment and metal roofing. So the tin that I'm using to roof the shed is reclaimed. When we bought our house, it had like a loafing shed for the horse or for the animals. I had like a covered feeder. So we pulled that down because it was in our way. So that's where this roofing's come from. I've already got a bunch of it pulled apart. I've got this one last section to pull apart. Right, so I couldn't figure out how to film and put metal up, but I'm about halfway done with the metal. I've got a sheet and a half width left. I got the whole roof underlaid, but it's snowing on me and getting dark. Sun is down below the horizon, so I'm done for the day. I will probably come out and work on it tomorrow unless the weather's bad. But before the video's posted, it'll be done. So that's where I'm at for the night. Right, so the end of the next day, I got the roof metal all on. It's pieced together with reused roof metal, but I did get the roof metal all on. Now the shed is dried in, so I can start building out our tack storage and saddle racks. But I think that's going to be it for this video. I've probably got 2.5 solid days, 3 solid days into breaking down the crates, framing the shed, sheeting the shed, and roofing it. So I've probably got 3 solid days into it, but that's over a month and a half. It's been a long fall, early winter. Um, Christmas was this week, so I had a couple of days. Well, I guess this is the weekend. This is a Sunday. But yeah, Christmas was this week. We built the majority of it the week of Thanksgiving. So it took me a month to get it broke down and put together. But here's a quick walk around of it. Single slope roof. Tall wall's not quite 8 feet tall. The short wall is just a touch over 6 foot, maybe 6'2" or 6'3". I don't remember now. But all in, I purchased the door for $75, and then I'm 3 boxes of nails and a partial box of screws that I had. Everything else. So I purchased 3 boxes of 3 boxes of nails. Used part of a box of screws that I had. Everything else is material that I already owned. So the box of roofing nails is from roofing my house. The box of underlayment is from roofing my house. Last year, the roofing is all reclaimed off one of our sheds. The lumber for the roof is from a batch I bought at an auction. I paid $72 or $70 for a unit of lumber, basically. All of the sheeting is from the crates, and most of the 2-bys, most of the studs, other than a scrap piece here and there, is all from the sign crates that I brought home from work. So all in, I'm 100 bucks in an 8x8 tack shed. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the people who are subscribed. I am shocked how many views I'm getting, and I'm really thankful to the people who are subscribing. I think I'm at 62 subscribers right now, which I think is pretty good. But again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.